here once again, people, and welcome to yet another episode of Seeking Shamblers. This time around, we're checking out yet another relatively basic level. This is a deathmatch level, actually, this time around. We're basically converting over another level from the days that we used to see in Aftershock over to the standard game. We still have about, 12 more to do, so I think this will put us at 11, or is it now we're getting down to 12? I'm starting to lose count. We've been doing a lot of these recently, whereby I've been converting them over. And yeah, this would put me at 12. Okay, so yes, so let's get through this level, get to 12, so that way we're getting closer to 10. Yeah, one level at a time. It's like one brick at a time, and eventually we build a giant Lego set, or something like that. Anyway, Death on the Docks. This level, I definitely remember somewhat. It's definitely like a relatively large level. It has a relatively also unfair area in the level that's like a really hidden area that there's like no way you know about unless you really looked for it. But I'll be able to show that here because I happen to remember that. And yeah, like I said, not really my favorite levels because of that or the overall giant size of it. It's like large open area with like little scattered things all about, so really tiresome to walk around in. But we'll do it, we'll endure it and see what exactly we have in store for us. So as you see, you start out in this little normal looking room. Main thing you'll notice is that there's little things scattered all about, so we're just gonna run around and pick some of them up. Nothing too fancy. Let's see here, there's really nothing over here. Let's see, let's go inside this area. And here, there's just a little bit more resources. So far, the level looks pretty normal. But of course, this isn't the main area of the level. This is just a little area we can gather some resources. The quad damage, all that. Let's see, let's head over here, I guess. Because there's nowhere else I can see at the moment to go. And let's head upstairs to this balcony area, where it looks like we're getting the other power-up. Yeah, it looks like all the power-ups on this side of the map, doesn't it? It looks like you really want to just gather the Thunderbolt, quad damage, and kind of hang on this side. But yeah, let's see here. Here's like an interesting red, like, brick texture here. You notice like that weird texture, like that wood that doesn't exist anywhere else. It doesn't exist below here, it's all rock. It doesn't exist above here, because this is a different texture. Very weird. It's like this one little thin line that exists right there. That is actually rather strange. But, yeah, texturing issues. So, next, we also have this weird thing. Look at this. Look at this one little line right here. You don't see it from up here, but you see it down here. There's like a thin little line of a different texture. It's weird, these weird inconsistencies. But, that basically has to do with the secret hidden area, which we'll have to deal with in the future. I don't think I recognize those inconsistencies, in the Aftershock version. I think I might have to actually go back and look at it and see if those inconsistencies exist, because that's at least some clue. But, even though it's not really a clue, because none of the inconsistencies lead me to actually where the secret is, which I think is way more over here or something, I'll have to, like, shoot blindly and see what exactly happens. But first of all, I want to go out here and see the main area, because I think that will teleport me out here. I'd rather have a good idea of what's out here before we bother with all that. But yeah, basically you just show up in this really large area. This is like the main area of the map. Death on the Docks, right? Well, that's what this level is. It's basically one giant dock. And now we just swim around in it. Bing bong, bing bong. Okay, well that was a very intelligent message. Very glad we got that conversation out of us. Yeah, there's some weird messages in this level too. I forgot about that. Yeah, this is actually the level that made me have to watch a bunch of Tool Time videos. Isn't it brilliant? Yeah, Home Improvement, that's it. Brilliant. Well, I'm past that era. I'm past the days where I had to watch every freaking episode of Home Improvement because of a freaking Quake level. Oh yeah, look at this. There's just shells like stacked galore in this one area. I just picked up all those shells and it's still not enough. There we are. Okay, here's a super nail gun. We're getting all the guns in this level still. But yeah, really it's just a matter of aimlessly moving around in this giant open area and gathering some resources. And then waiting slowly as you kind of travel around and you pick up more resources. Yeah, it's not a moving platform like you normally would see. Like, normally you'd see that, like, platform over there, like, moving back and forth or something like that. Normally that'd be the mentality for something like this. To have something at least a little bit interesting going on. And have this platform, like, doing something. Actually, I think it is. I think it's moving back and forth. I just noticed it's kind of like zigzagging a little bit around. Yeah, look at that. It's actually getting closer. It's very slow and very subtle, but it is moving. It's just moving very slowly. Yeah, this is kind of boring. But it's a platform, and it is a platform where a lot of resources are on, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Still, this definitely looks subpar when you're seeing all these other levels have boats in them. It's like, this one just has a flat slab of wood. Anyway, rocket launcher in the most strategic place on the map. You know, the middle of the ocean. Okay, and here's another rocket launcher up here in case the first one wasn't enough for you. So as you see, that's the upper level of the docks. This is the main area of the map, if you couldn't already tell. So let's see. Let's actually use the rocket launcher as like a light source. Now that we actually have it, we can actually look around and see what exactly is here. And I'm seeing really nothing. Because this map is a bunch of empty area with nothing in it. In fact, this really is a good example of a map which really horribly uses space. Like, it has stuff thrown on top of other things, so you don't really have that balance going on. It has giant open areas whereby you're like spending a lot of time walking around with nothing really to do. Yeah, it's like a massive overuse of space. And these type of levels are always very, very boring. It seems like level designers always love to do it. They love to go for the ambitious, let's make a really giant level. And then they don't really fill it properly, so you don't really have much going on in it. Yeah, you see this a lot in like a lot of different games and whatnot. I saw a lot in Thief and a lot of different games like that. But the thing about Quake is, at least, you could say, the original game was very claustrophobic. So you can imagine the reason why this all occurred is because people was trying to do something a little different. Trying to get some sort of like open arenas and something like that to do something different from the base game experience. Boom! Okay. Any more intelligent messages? Yeah, let's rock with the Z. Because that's cool and 90s like. Totally. Gotta love these weird messages. I have no idea why they included them. But it's different at least and adds something, I guess, to the level. I can imagine in Deathmatch it'd be rather annoying to see them though. Like appearing every single time you pick up the guns. What time is it? Tool time! Okay. So you see every set of nails also has a set of cells for some reason. Why does that make sense? I don't know. But let's see here. There's a thunderbolt up there and I think you can jump from one of these little like pillars to like this. Ah! Old Sparky! There we are. Every gun in the level, everything in this level. We really did everything here, allegedly. Except that we haven't seen the super secret area. We need to see a super secret area to bring completion to this level. So let's see. Head up here and you'll start heading down this large area. I think you just want to hit this wall like right here. Yep, there we are. Look at that. Brilliant. Yeah, that wall doesn't really give you any clue whatsoever. I mean, the only real clue that you have that it's there is this. Well, you have the teleporter being a weird sound. But that kind of leads you to, like, coming down here and looking at it and, thinking it's, you know, a different area. You would think that the secret area is, like, this wall or something like that, based on the fact that you're hearing all those sounds. But yeah, it's this wall, which looks absolutely like every other freaking wall in this level. Yeah, gotta love when levels do this, people. But anyway, you come in here, you have a little secret area, you can teleport out here. The door is open. The truth shall be revealed. I have no idea why this door is open, such a grandiose thing, but here you are. Suit up! Heal up! And kick butt! Yeah, look at that. Just a fancy little setup as we go forth and charge and kill everyone. So you see it's made to be that like super powered death destruction despair thing. But that's not everything. Because there's a super secret area. What's that you say? That's a secret area inside the secret area. First of all, you do this. Then you look towards this wall and you hit this. Super secret area. And what's in the super secret area? Why, a nail trap. Dear God, that hurt. Yeah, you picked up the grenade launcher, all of a sudden decided to shoot a nail trap at me. Getting paranoid, I managed to shoot a grenade. But yeah, as you see, this area just gives you the pentagram, which of course definitely allows you to dominate, especially when you have an area right here that lets you get the basically everything. Yeah, rocket launcher, health, armor. Yeah, it's basically a win the level area. For that ridiculously overpowered area where you can just dominate the freaking level. You know, because that's exactly what you need, right? It seems like every level designer has one of these as like a general rule. Yeah, that area that nobody else would know about generally, that the level designer could go to try and dominate the freaking level. Oh look, here's some rockets I missed. Look at that, I collected extra stuff. But yeah, this level's kinda pointless. It's another deathmatch level, what did you expect? But yeah, this area is a lot of just walking around lengthy, giant, expansive areas. I mean, I'm surprised there's no visibility issues. Like, you're looking over here, you'd expect there to be a lot of flickering and visibility issues like a lot of these levels have. Which suggests this level was actually done in BSP correctly. It was Vis, I guess you could say, correctly. So that's a positive for a change. Something that doesn't have a bunch of visibility issues from far away. So while we've seen a lot of far away levels like this, where you can like look like a far distance, a lot of these issues in DOS-based Quake at least would have a lot of visibility issues and freak out. Shield Quake you get away with a lot more, and so you don't see that in a lot of these levels. But yeah, the original vanilla Quake, it's like you only could get it working at like a certain distance in most cases. So seeing this level, which seems to be actually properly applying it and having that little bit of distance, is an interesting trick, I guess you could say. And I guess the main reason to really have any interest in this level. But yeah, as a level for actual playability or actual navigation, it kind of is annoying because of how long of a distance you have. Like, this is tiring to even walk down. And yeah, unless you had a lot of people in like one deathmatch area, and I don't know, I can't imagine this being good in deathmatch because all the rocket launchers are pretty much concentrated on one hill. That doesn't sound like good balance to me. I mean, you have the Thunderbolt, and you could basically use the pentagram and basically drop in the water and kill almost everyone. But yeah, it just doesn't seem like a very good balance as a general rule. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, it looks like that whole super kill 'em all area really shifts the balance away from that area and makes it so a lot of these upper floors are kind of useless. Except as an area to not really drown if you want to go AFK. But if you're going AFK in a deathmatch map, you're gonna die a lot anyway. So, yeah. Anyway, there's really not much more to talk about. This level I've been trying to kind of get working, I guess you could say, for a while. I was trying to do it in the Aftershock Toolbox days, but that one didn't want to properly compile for whatever reason. I think that one didn't like have enough resources to compile right. See, there's a lot of different QBSP versions out in distribution or whatnot, you say, but all of them are kind of funky and all of them have like their own individual quirks, but I think each one was like more superior than the other, and the one I have might not have been powerful enough to do this type of particular demanding level. I'm not too sure, but at least the big good news is that we got it working in this particular way, even if it is in Eternal Darkness, and that means we don't really get the documentation or anything with it. I think I've seen the documentation elsewhere, have I? I don't actually know, I don't think so, because, yeah, Death on the Docks I just got because that's the name of the level itself, but I'm not too sure if I've actually seen the documentation, even though I've seen it in multiple places at this point. Because, yeah, I've seen it in the Aftershock Toolbox, I've seen it in this one, and I've seen it in Aftershock. And I don't think, yeah, any of them had the original documentation, which kind of stinks. And it's kind of annoying, actually, that they would include it this many times and not one single one of them could include the documentation. But yeah, that's pretty much part of the course when it comes to Aftershock. Aftershock was kind of finicky with its documentation. Eternal Darkness obviously is. Every level was like that. And Aftershock Toolbox wasn't much better. It really didn't have much documentation either. So it's like the places where the documentation was the most spotty is the places I've also found this level. So, yeah. But at least we got it now in the proper texturing, the proper level look and appearance. And so we can kind of go forward from here. Anyway, thank you all for watching. It's been an adventure. And I shall see you all, hopefully in the single player level. I know we did a little bit back. We just did some. But I already missed them. I want to do more of them. Because, yeah, playing through a bunch of multiplayer levels kind of quickly gets old. But I guess it is whatever it is. We're basically rolling the dice and hoping for the best. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. I said, I already repeated all this, and I shall see you all in the future.